The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes. Out to the 25-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. First carry for the 5-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he checks this one down to LT out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Rodgers now to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. 6-time Pro Bowler Randy Moss, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing now is Rodgers. Left side completion to Jones. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. To the running game, it's Tomlinson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, it's Tomlinson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll run, Tomlinson. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be second and goal now. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And tough starting field position here. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 19. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to the booth right after this. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. Now a handoff here to his running back. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brendan, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Moss. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, here's the veteran Shane Lechler to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it. And that's caught inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And room there to work it inside the 25. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On play action, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. On third down, that's Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Shane Lechler now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do in the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They stay on the ground. Tomlinson. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. They toss it to Tomlinson. And he's got some space here. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Tomlinson again, a first down carry. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Here's Hunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his... And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And this one is right through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So it took a while to get anything on the scoreboard, but we finally have our first points of the contest.
And now this becomes a question of, can they make this stand up? The defense has been impeccable thus far, and now they need to go out and finish strong.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Sanders has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle to Smith. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. He's back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. And out of bounds right around the 20. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a death. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. 140. The pitch to Tomlinson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the 10-year bet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So this hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after another, but at 3-3 now here in the 4th, it's been a pretty doggone entertaining game.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pitcher's duel in baseball, don't you think? The aficionados can appreciate a tightly fought game like this.
Yeah, but the fantasy players, not so much. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. And now out come the Jets. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. And my, how the tables have turned after that play. And you know what? You think back to 1978. Little history lesson here. Take us through it, Charles. You remember that.
I remember it well. Trying to run out the clock. The Giants, Joe Pisarcik trying to hand off to Larry Zonka. The ball goes on the ground, and Herm Edwards picks it up. What do we call that?
Look it up, kids. The miracle at the Meadowlands. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set your...
And that's caught inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this down to the 8. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. Back to throw. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost at fever pitch. Down 1 is tempting to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You
loved
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. we are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. When these two teams met in 2015, 101 points were scored. The Giants and Saints are underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there. That still goes as a touchback. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
140, three-man line. Okay, we'll just play it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They run with LT, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
They're
going to try and throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Tomlinson. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Now Rodgers. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, but then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And now it's blocked. And all the defense has it. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40, 30, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
145, 185, 180, 180.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moss. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moss. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
That was so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Lawrence Taylor drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll bring him back within a point. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the problem. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. LaDainian Tomlinson, 53 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it third down.
85. Watch the hunt. Three-man line. 45. Three-man line. 45.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding some room at midfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Moss. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. Give him 30 yards there.
140. Warren's left. 145. Bulls three-man line. 140. 140. Switch.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints move back within a couple of the lead. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this is now a 1-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And now a first down following that long gain. Here's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Throwing again. Rodgers. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Now Sanders. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And how about this? He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags. A punt return touchdown and a stunning end of the first half.
And they kicked it to him. They kicked it to him.
And that'll make this a 6-point game. So we've hit intermission. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he checks this one down to LT out of the backfield. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney able to drop him for a loss of 4. And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. He'll drop to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
145.
On third down, LaDainian Tomlinson. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And now out come the Giants. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Again, it's Tomlinson. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll look for the first with Tomlinson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. It's Tomlinson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll run it here with Hunt. There he goes inside the 30. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around. Now he's going to have some confidence, and maybe he'll get to his normal yardage.
And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. They come out here in the eye. Now a toss right. This is Tomlinson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. J.J. Watt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sanders. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
85. Watch the hot. 3-man line. 140, 140.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
As to you said big 3rd down, I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Back to throw here. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 11 yards for number 11. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
85. 85. Watch the orange left. 391.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moss. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So it'll be 1st down here after the run.
3-man line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room inside the 40. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. That one good for 33 and a 1st.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
140.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
180. 180.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On the handoff, Tomlinson. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And his kick here is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary, something crazy here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Brandon, this will be a great win for him. The better team's going to win this game, no question about it.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 things.
And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. When these two teams met in 2015, 101 points were scored. The Giants and Saints are underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. On first down, Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants. Vernon Davis, 75 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just a go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if a quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards for number 11. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
3 yards to go on second down. Taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
Set 85.
He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the Giants ready to come out now. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
A toss play left to LaDainian Tomlinson. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play there for the Giants. And even 60 yards. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Back to the ground, this time with Tomlinson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they've got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And now the Giants will... As they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jones now in motion left.
Watch the hot. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up. Orange left.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And on 2nd and 10 now.
85.
They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They're going to look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
On the mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 23. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they'll run with LT to begin the drive. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out leveraging the offense.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Set. 140 points set. 92 set.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Moss. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 32-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
140, 140. 85. 80, watch the hot. 140, 140.
They'll set up to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
140, 85. 3-man line, take one position, 85. 145, 1.
Now they'll run it on the toss. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Set, 180.
They'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable. Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second and goal to go now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are back within a score. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Rodgers now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Von Miller coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. On second down, here's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a second down. They'll look to throw here. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he is knocked down from the side, near the 42. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
391.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a second down. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Lawrence Taylor in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down.
140. It's a 3-man line. Packers just play a 3-man line. Packers just play a 3-man line.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. A toss play to Hunt. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right. Get it to your back. Get a lot of people out in front. Control the line of scrimmage. Wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
319.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. They'll toss it to Hunt, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Giants add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
And they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Orange left. Set. Orange left.
Back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
To throw is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to have a third down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
319! 319!
On play action, Rodgers. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Saints. 46 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down. Second down now after the pass completion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Rodgers looking to throw. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Running right, this is Tomlinson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Giants on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. On the counter, it's Tomlinson. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let it fly. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Lawrence Taylor in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The open man is Smith. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win